There's a beachy breeze rolling through today's video, and no, I didn't move to the coast. This is the Seagull Natural Series Polaris, and the version I'm reviewing today features the Dune Yellow dial. At first glance, it's clean and stylish, but the more time I've spent with it, the more I've come to appreciate just how much is packed into this sub $200 piece. Let's take a look. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Dave, and hey, did you know? Yeah, it's a great day to wear another watch. So here's the deal. I've only seen a handful of reviews out there on this model and very few of the Dune Yellow version. I think a lot of enthusiasts are totally missing out. The Polaris first caught my eye with its elemental design theme and gorgeous textures. And after seeing only a handful of reviews out there, I knew I had to bring it into the channel. So let's break it all down and see if this watch deserves a spot in your collection. Let's start with the case. You're looking at 40 millimeters in width, 46.3 millimeter lug to lug height, and just 10 millimeters thick. That's impressive considering this is a fully automatic movement. The thin profile comes from the use of a flat sapphire crystal, which not only helps keep the height down, but also gives the watch a sleek, modern silhouette. The case is made from 316L stainless steel and features a combination of brushed and high polish finishes. You've got polish on the bezel to give it that refined look, while the case sides have a soft satin finish that keeps things balanced and wearable. It's not flashy, but it's definitely well finished for the price. The lugs angle downward gently, which really helps the watch sit flush on the wrist. Here's how it wears on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. No overhang, no weird gaps. It wears comfortably and doesn't shift around thanks to the well thought out proportions. Inside of the Polaris is Seagull's in-house ST17 automatic movement. This one beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, which is 3 Hertz, and offers around 38 hours of power reserve. My particular movement in this watch has a surprising accuracy of around +1 to +3 seconds per day, with a healthy amplitude of over 300 and 0.1 beat error. It supports hand winding, but just a heads up, it does not hack. That means when you pull the crown out to set the time, the seconds hand will keep on ticking. There's no date complication here, which means no ghost position on the crown, always a plus in my book. You pull the crown out once and you're straight into setting the time. This also keeps that dial nice and symmetrical, which helps highlight the design details. Now the water resistance here is only 50 meters, and I'll be honest, that's probably my biggest gripe. The crown doesn't screw down, and I get this isn't meant to be a dive watch, but considering the beachy outdoor vibe of the dial, especially in this Dune Yellow colorway, I would have loved to have seen 100 meters of water resistance so you can get into the water with it. A screw down crown would have not only helped with that, but also added to the perceived quality. And as it stands, it's good for rain or hand washing, but I'd avoid swimming, definitely no showering with it either. Let's talk about the bracelet. This part actually really surprised me. Again, all made from 316L stainless steel, and it features this elongated 7-link design that alternates between polished and brushed links. That adds a little flash without being over the top, and the articulation means it drapes really well across the wrist. The bracelet does taper from 20 millimeters at the lugs down to 18 millimeters at the clasp, which gives it a more refined and elegant look. The clasp is a butterfly deployant with dual pushers. It's clean and secure, but keep in mind there's no micro adjustments, so make sure you spend time getting the right fit. I actually made a whole video about how to get the perfect bracelet fit. I'll link it up here and down below in the description if you need a hand with that. Flipping the watch over, you get an exhibition caseback with a mineral glass crystal, not sapphire. It's a bit of a bummer, but a lot of watches at this price range only use mineral on the exhibition caseback, so it's forgivable. And of course, the caseback is screw down, which helps with durability and gives you a look at that ST17 movement in action. There's no crazy decoration here, but simple, clean finishing. It's machine finished, sure, but it doesn't look cheap and it does what it needs to do. All right, this dial. This is where the Polaris absolutely shines, pun intended. The Dune Yellow dial has this incredible 3D sand wave texture that creates depth and visual interest. Depending on how the light hits, you get subtle shadows and highlights that make the whole dial feel alive. There's also a faint fume effect around the edges of the dial that darkens slightly towards the Rehat. It's subtle, but it adds just enough drama. And again, you've got applied indices at every hour, finished really nicely, double batons at 12, 3, 6, and 9, all filled with Lume. The hour and minute hands are also Lume filled, and they follow the same clean, tapered baton style. The branding at 12 o'clock is actually etched into the dial, not simply printed over the dial. So I like that attention to detail. And of course, let's now talk about that 6 o'clock subdial. It's a small seconds display, but what makes it special is the little star-shaped compass pointer completed with a red tip. It's such a cool detail that ties into the Polaris name, and it really adds some personality to the watch. The subdial is also slightly recessed with a railroad track ring around it. We see concentric circles, which also is adding more depth. The lume itself is okay. I mean that it's there, it works, but it's not going to compete with anything from Seiko or Luminox, and it is applied nicely, but I'd love to see stronger lume on future versions. If this thing glowed like a torch, it would be a total game changer. As of right now, the lume will last about an hour before it fades. So what do I love about the Seagull Polaris? Obviously the dial, absolutely stunning. The texture, the depth, the shading, and all of this at under $200, fantastic. The bracelet, again, surprised me, solid feeling, great articulation, and the design just elevates the overall look. And of course the dimensions, super wearable even for smaller wrists, and the thin profile makes it easy to dress up or dress down. Now what could be better? Water resistance, definitely. With the beach theme, I think it should be minimum 100 meters of water resistance so you can get into the actual water with it. A screw down crown would have added durability and sealed the watch up a bit more. And of course, stronger lume. With a name like Polaris, I feel like this watch should shine at night and be the star of the night. So that's the Seagull Natural Series Polaris Dune Yellow dial. It's stylish, it's well built, and honestly, it's flying way under the radar. I think more people should be checking this watch out. And at $180, it brings a lot to the table, especially if you're looking for something different from the usual micro brand offerings. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Would you go for this Dune Yellow version, or are you feeling one of the other elemental dials more? And if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. And don't forget to subscribe for more of my honest, hands-on watch content coming your way. And until next time, as always, may the Schwartz be with you. Take care.